I finished The Count of Monte Cristo, and now I'm gonna rant about it. I just finished one of the biggest books I've ever read, one of the longest books I've ever read. This book is 1,200 pages long. To 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 make a comparison, my Bible is exactly 1,868 pages, but that's minus like the 400 pages of the Apocrypha. So the Bible is 1,400 pages. So it's not the absolute longest book I've ever read, but it's very close. I've never read anything even approaching this long other than the Bible. So there's that. I would finish it because I started reading it. I think I started reading The Count of Monte Cristo in like July time. I have 2 vlogs up for when I first began reading it, and then I kind of stopped because like in the middle of the book, basically, I was like, ugh, there's like this lull, and it's when Dantes is in like the deepest, most lowest level of his revenge scheme. So it's starting from when he's just about to put everything in place for the revenge, like him planting the seeds of his revenge and then him nurturing it to its completion. That little bridge between those 2 times, him planting the seeds and seeing the revenge to fruition, that portion of the book was like, what the hell is this? Because not only was I not enjoying Dantes as a character, I mean, he was as pleasant as someone who is as consumed in bitterness and rage and despair. He's as pleasant a character as somebody like that can be, right? So that's one mark off for The Count of Monte Cristo. And then the second one is that we then have this huge cast of characters, and I'm not complaining about character list. I'm not complaining about that whatsoever. What I am complaining about is the fact that I don't really care about most of them. Like, I don't. And yeah, I don't care about them. And you know what? Even as I went throughout, finishing the book for these past couple days, I didn't care. I just didn't care about them. But I did begin to care about Dantes because he makes this complete 180 change from, his character makes a full arc, and it's a beautiful one. And I've heard him called a cinnamon roll, and yes, Edmond Dantes is 100% a cinnamon roll. 100%. I love this book, okay? This isn't any sort of like formal review or anything. This is just me gushing and just celebrating the fact that I finished the longest work of fiction, the longest novel I've ever set out to read. This is crazy, and I had to document it. I had to. It had to happen. It needed to happen. And I'm just like, I don't. As a matter of fact, wait. It's not the longest work of fiction I've ever read, I don't think. Because I have read this. Let's see how many pages this is. 1,152 pages is Stephen King's It. The Count of Monte Cristo, 1,152. Yeah, this is the longest work of fiction I've ever read because this is over 1,200 pages. I just am in awe. And for a minute there, I really was thinking This is not 5 stars. This is not a 5-star book. I thought it was in the beginning. It's not. I'm here to say, now that I've finished it, that it's 100% a 5-star read. Literally. I mean, it's hilarious. It is. It makes you despair. It makes you feel so many emotions over the scale of enjoying this book, and I am so glad that I had the opportunity to read it. I'm just like, I don't even, like, my mind is literally blown. Like, you don't even understand. With that being said, because I took such a long, and also, the writing is, peak. The writing is so descriptive and so immersive. Look, I'm not pretentious, okay? But this is why classics are classics, okay? Because there's just something about a classic piece of literature that just sets it apart from anything else. Anything else. And it is just, I wish I had the words, but, you know, I don't. But because I took such a lengthy break between starting it and finishing it, I am going to read it again. I don't know how soon. I may save it for New Year because I do want to reread and tab up my copy of this book, so I am going to read it again. There's so much that I want to tab. So I'm going to be reading it again. I'm elated. I don't know. I'm super happy. I finished the Count of Monte Cristo. It's the longest book I've ever read outside of the Bible. It's the longest work of fiction I've ever read. And I'm happy. That's it. So that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good evening. And most importantly, I hope you read a good book. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.